What's up, y'all? So getting into week 32's training, we're jumping into Monday, August 12th. So what we had is we started the week off on Sunday with, I've been hitting dumbbell incline and some strict overhead press light at the firehouse. And then Monday is my main day, throwing and lifting. So started with some weight over bar. I don't remember quite how this went on this day, but this is actually a slow-mo. I do remember how this day is. This day actually went pretty good now that I see this. Here's a slow-mo video. I did a technical breakdown with this, so if you haven't seen that video, go check it out. I said don't take it with, I'm not the best wob thrower in the world. I try to be pretty technical. And there's a lot of pretty good stuff going on in this video here. So what you want to do, come in high above the knees. Let's give you some cliff notes. Sit down on it and pull straight up, drive straight up, jumping straight up. It's not really a kettlebell swing. It's more straight up. So, yeah, we get into wob. Through some heavyweight, lightweight after this. We'll have video in a second. Then today, trap bar, vertical jumps, deadlifts. Was a deload deadlift day. I don't know how much footage of the lifting I actually got in. Power runner, some GHD sit-ups, and some back extensions, yada yada, and did a bunch of yard work when I got done with all this. So very long, hot, sweaty day. Faked out by it not being, it got cool around Charlotte a little bit, and then it came right back with a vengeance. We call it fake fall. Definitely was a fake fall. And getting into Tuesday, all I did, I definitely don't have video of that, was just bench press and inverse curl. So I have some little bit different in this is that Wednesday coming up, the footage from Wednesday is going to be me talking you through how I do the workout. There's no actual footage, but I think it's pretty cool, something different to talk you through why I do what I do and what I'm tracking and how that all works. So heavyweight, this is a short chain, just kept it short, actually going really well. This day was a pretty solid day all around. Tweaking a couple different little things, like if you've been watching, changing right here, you can see a little bit more of a wind up. And now it went okay. It had its ups and downs moments. So it started good and then kind of fell apart later in the throwing here, which is always kind of funny to watch. And I kept it in here. So just, it's a balance thing. It's a timing thing. When you make a pretty significant adjustment, I was actually really, really happy with how these were going. And then all of a sudden, started messing with me. Especially in the lightweight, I think. Now I've made tweaks since then. And it's not bad, but it's just a feeling thing, right? There's not much more to it. I mean, it's just got to make it happen. And there's certain things that I'm working on, even in these throws. Like, yes, it's adding that little extra wind up. That one actually looked really good. And then there's a point of fall apart. And then I cut it off, said, don't get hurt. That was another one. Pretty solid throws. There is that point of, you know what, if it's not going the way you want it to, boom, there it is. We try again. If they're not going the way you want them to, fight a new day. I didn't like the release on that one. I think this is probably the last one. Yeah, and we shut it down after that.
All right, doing something a little different for videoing and showing you the snatch workout today. So I use a Vitruve speed unit to measure my barbell velocity. And this has been the data I've been collecting over here during my sets today. So let's go through the whole workout because I'm not videoing any of this workout today. This is my warm-up stuff: Jefferson curl, ab wheel, and pull-ups. And that's neutral grip, 3 sets of 8, 3x10, and 3x5. This is my warm-up stuff. Box jumps, 24 inches, 5x3 with 40s, yes, getting kind of heavy, making sure I actually make the box. Now, hang power snatch is the main one. 70 kilos, 3x2, 79, 3x2, 88, 3x2, 93, 2x2. So a little bit more volume today than last week's session. 20-inch step-ups with 70s, 3 on the right, 5 on the left. I'm trying to bring up that left leg. I'm gonna hit 2 little sets of arms at the very end, pump them out because I hate doing that stuff. Now, tons of little numbers over here. Let's talk about it. So this is actually what I had the week before. I did not have my peak powers. Those are the numbers I'm actually chasing, is peak power, which I have here. So this is the weight in kilos. And these are the peak power numbers I've actually hit. So I'm thinking I'm chasing peak powers here for this next little bit of phase. Things are a little bit different. So on the day, I tried to look at what I hit last week and then hit this week. Now I didn't have peak powers last week recorded down. So here's what we had today, 60 kilos or 61 kilos, because it's pounds to conversion. So I put the actual numbers in because it calculates things out a little differently. This is the peak velocity column, peak power, and average power. So I had the average powers to compare back here. So let's go 79 kilos was 1,300. Well, today I hit, all three sets had one of these were doubles, had something over, there's my highest, 1,355. So I'm chasing that. Which I really care more about is these 4,800 numbers, 5,000 on that last one there. So within this workout, two things happened. One, I got a call, actually three things happened. I got a call, so got interrupted at work. Number two, my velocity unit got stuck and I had to take it apart. And three, I got phone calls, 2 phone calls. So it was drawn out, but you'll see it up and down in some of this, rewarming back up and whatnot. But I'm interested in where, I'm studying it a little bit as a test right now of, oh, maybe that's the number I need to train at versus, well, there's a 5,000, but in theory, things started to trend down. If you see it kind of, peak power came up, came up, came up, came up. It peaks about here, and then it trended down. Technically, this might have been just an anomaly. I think my unit's registering different now that I took it apart and put it back together. But what I want to do is always chase the numbers I have here. So 80 kilos, 49. Well, 80 kilos only hit 47. So, I have to go back and look. Did I do these from the floor or from hang? Because I've been doing hang power snatches. So I know this is a lot. This is a lot of numbers. This is for me personally, but this is just some of the things that I've been looking at and deciding what I want to chase. There are differences in chasing peak velocity. If I chase peak velocity, boy, I should stay a lot lighter. Now there have been times where I've hit this number at faster than that speed. So some days are going to be up and down. So adjusting some things, I'm going to look at adjusting some things and training for different aspects of using speed to dictate the weights, the volumes, etc. And where are we going to train at that day? Maybe based off of what this set's doing, I might adjust what I'm doing up here.
Kind of like last day, we actually have the footage of this. You can see on the top there, those are some PR numbers to chase. On the left is the warm-up work, and then the main work down below it. And then on the right over here are the numbers that I did hit for the day. For peak powers is what I'm chasing. So this is what the day looks like, and then we'll get to the, this is Thursday the 15th. We'll see all that footage here right now. Starting with the reverse crunch, reverse sit-up on the glute ham. Liking this because it's keeping tension in my arms. I wish... and I got to play with it. I might try to get my arms stretched out more. It just isn't super comfortable because I'm not the most flexible. I'd like to try to mimic that super stretched position in the hammer. Stealing those from Nick Aston. These are those side bends I started doing. Like the feel, like getting a stretch in them. And if you hear some beeping and stuff in the background, it's the dispatch in the background of the firehouse. And some double kettlebell swings. These are roughly 70-ish pounds. So some kettlebell swings, 3 sets of 6 with 7Ds is just what I call them. Now here's some of the power clean work on the day. 5 doubles up to 130 kilos. Here's just one of those doubles. You see I peek over at the camera looking at that peak velocity or peak power. And that's average velocity on there. And there's looking at the power numbers. Here we go again. And if you see that over there, there's some corrugated pipe. And hiding in the trees. Forklift. Gonna lose another hammer field. This is like the bane of the Highland Games existence, is trying to find places to practice that are big enough and that you don't get bothered. So this is unfortunate because yeah, it's right across the street from the gym. So I've got to figure out fast if we're gonna practice the rest of this year. New hammer field. No idea where we're gonna go. Gonna have to travel now. Finished that Thursday workout with some speed deadlifts. Took Friday off, and now here's Saturday throws because I was feeling beat up. And these actually went the best it has all year. These first couple just getting loose and into it, but really get some extension on them. Have some 49-pound weight over bar, some Braemar, and some stone lifting. So all throws today. And yeah, I hate that I'm losing my hammer field, especially when these really started cooking. And there, you have bad ones, but man, some of these throws coming up, I'm really starting to feel how to counter in that third wind, how to add speed and feel confident with it. Really getting confidence back with a hammer. You can see that finish. There's no slowdown in that third wind. And that was not a good one. And my boot got stuck under like a root. And these next couple really get after them. Good finishes. Finishing into the field. Man, that was a good one.
That might be really good.
That was probably my best throw on the day. This one was also very good. For me, my best distance was 117. That's been my best distance in practice this year. So now I've been throwing this Braemar stone. I'm doing about 5 stands and 10 with a reverse, or 5 non-reverses. Trying to practice one of the events that I'm the worst at. It's not really gotten any better lately. I'm hoping maybe meet day adrenaline and maybe not being sore and tired and beat up. Maybe that'll help me. But it was weird throwing hammer first and then Braemar. It's like just not a combo that you normally hit. I did throw the 49 weight over bar. Did I? Yeah, I did. I definitely did. Maybe I didn't. I don't have footage, so maybe I didn't. And then finished off the week with some stone lifting, my odd lift du jour of the week, the odd lift of the week. They were out there. I was like, let's do some stone lifting. And it went okay with the stone lifting. Hadn't touched those natural stones in forever. Had confidence in lifting my biggest stone, which is the very end of the video at 270-ish, I think is what it is. I was just very scared. And there's the stone slipping off. Very scared of straining biceps or anything like that. Had not done it. Wanted to make sure I was warmed up. So, but Braemar's feeling good. It's just not going far. So, got to figure that one out. But stone lifting, there's some WOD. So, just out of order with what I wrote down. Some 49-pound WOD, just trying to pull more dynamically. I've been really working on trying to put intent in the throw, which is, I don't know why this stupid event is so hard for me. I want to be just strong and rip the chain out of the weight. But I can't. I don't know why. Just can't figure out how to put the effort into the lift. But we're getting up there in subscribers. So if you watch this far, you obviously like this content, please subscribe. I'm trying to put them out weekly. I may move to a daily format if I get caught up, if there's enough positive feedback for that. So let me know if you listen to this far, if you like the weekly, or if you'd like shorter videos that are daily. Yeah, stone lifting's fun. Got to start mixing it in there with some future plans I have related to stone lifting. But worked up, you'll see the first video with the 270, I lap it, and I can't find the position I want to hold it in that I'm confident with my biceps. So work up, and here you go. I don't even know what some of these weigh anymore. I have to put them back on a scale. Tried to press some of them, shoulder some. Struggled a little bit more than I thought I would. I was definitely sweaty. Definitely had to go get some chalk eventually. But eventually get that 270 to the chest. This is the 200, is 205-ish or something like that. So that's where it slipped there on me in my hands. A lot more tough battle, but just different orientation. This is almost like a sandbag. See, I'm like very awkward with how big it is. I'm like, I don't know. And you know what? We'll live to fight another day right here and just dump it. But that's going to be it. Week 32 in the books. Finishing with the stone to the chest. Now I got to shoulder this damn thing.